Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Week 12 edition of the Border NFL Gurus Commissioner's Address. Again, back after a couple week hiatus. So, yeah, been busy. Obviously not busy winning this year, but busy nonetheless. So, yeah, our playoff picture is pretty much set at this point. A couple spots left. Everyone's kind of fighting her out at the bottom yet, but our top seeds are set for the most part. If we go to the overview, we have actually Peterson sitting in first right now, and Vic This in second, just mainly due to the fact that he leads that crap division that he's in. Followed by 4 and Out, who is getting hit by a rash of injuries now. And then followed by Clug the Plug, inaugural season, sitting in the 4 seed, looking strong. Followed by Suck My Ditka. Followed by the Wendell Beckhams, Rosterbation, Race Finkles, and that rounds out our top 8. So yeah, things are starting to take shape, but let's get right into last week's games. I'm not going to review the games that I missed, obviously, throughout the week. So let's go back in time here a bit to this last weekend's games. We'll start with Joe Buck Yourself and Peterson. Joe Buck Yourself, after Thursday, was looking solid. Eddie Lacy finally showed up. Thought I'd walk away with the win. My lack of touchdowns on Sunday, though, unfortunately, was my demise, and pretty much eliminates me from any postseason contention. Actually, it does. I can't get in now. So Joe Buck Yourself is eliminated. Alert the press, because nobody fucking seen that one coming. I'll tell you that much. Peterson led by Adrian Peterson, 30 points. Jarvis Landry, 23. And those were his studs. So Peterson picking up the win and sliding into first place, which I know he's very proud of. Because if playoffs were to start today, that would get him a date with Race Finkles, which I know he would prefer playing them over the Wendell Beckhams. Always dangerous, Jason Watt. Moving over to Vic This and the Wendell Beckhams. Vic This edging out the Wendell Beckhams here in a tight game, 99-95. Vic This led by Brandon Marshall, who's silently been a fantasy stud this year. Been playing well. Graham Gano with 19. And Wendell Beckham's led by Brady and OBJ just was not enough. So that just solidifies Vic This's division lead, and that drops the Wendell Beckhams to 6-6. Moving over to Suck My Ditka and 4 and Out. Suck My Ditka laying a beat down on 4 and Out this week. 108-76, led by Derek Carr with 29 points, McCoy with 14, and Bobby Wagner actually had a decent day with 11.5. 4 and Out. I mentioned his rash of injuries. Gronk done for multiple weeks. Chris Johnson out indefinitely. Who else does he have banged up? That might be it, but those are two pretty big pieces here. And Aaron Rodgers has gone ice cold. Couldn't have happened at a worse time for him. Anyway, Suck My Ditka moving up to 7-5. She's sitting in the 5 seed right now, and that drops 4 and Out to 10-2. Moves him into the 3rd seed. Moving over to Race Finkles and Billy Large. Race Finkles playing well, cracking 100 points. He's been a little hot here over the past 3 weeks. Winning this one 110-90. Led by Kirk Cousins, Thomas Rawls from Seattle, Martavius Bryant had a nice day for him, 15. Luke Kuechly, what a beast. Back-to-back picks, 1 pick 6. Fucking guy's a beast. And Billy Large, I mean, story of his season, sitting at 3-9, sitting at 11th. Decided to go with Dexter McCluster and Zach Ertz. Not sure either one suited up, but I think that's pretty much Billy's way of saying he's waving the white flag. Yeah. Going to be tough next year, too. Doesn't have much for keepers other than A.J. Green. But that's for him to figure out. Moving over to the Fast and the Curious, and Watta picking up the huge win this week, which eliminates Joe Buck yourself. 97.8 to 86.9. Watta was led by Blake Bortles with 26 points. Javorius Allen, Buck Allen from Baltimore ended up with 14. Not an overly exciting game, but a huge win for Watta nonetheless. And that should lock him into the last playoff spot. But we will see how that's all going to shake out here. We'll do a quick review. And our final game of the week, Rosterbation versus Clug the Plug. Clug the Plug edging him out here, 90.5 to 85. Even though he opted to start Brian Hoyer, who put up 17, and leave Wilson on the bench, who put 45, he still had enough gas in the tank to pull out the win here. Andy Dalton sitting on Rosterbation's bench definitely cost him the game. He opted to go with Drew Brees against what's been a fairly strong Houston defense the past couple weeks. But Drew Brees putting up 7, Andy Dalton putting up 25. So not a very good option there. Moving into our blow of the week. Whoa, that's loud. That belongs to 4-0 Craig Travers. Got blown out by 32 points by Suck My Ditka. Suck My Ditka is laying out a few beatings this season. Majority of the time, those who play her get their asses handed to them. So she's looking good going into the playoffs here. Looking like she's going to do a little damage. So we'll see what happens. Just hang on here. And our jackass of the week this week. If the website will load up for me, bear with me. Come on, you piece of shit. Unreal. Our jackass of the week belongs to Jason Watt with the Wendell Beckhams. Opting to go with Brandon LaFell, who put up a whopping 3.6 points, and leaving T.Y. Hilton on his bench against a weak Tampa Bay defense, who put up 21.5 points, ultimately led to his demise this week. Now, he's going to be okay. He's going to make the playoffs, but that could really determine who he's going to play, and I'm not sure why he went ahead and did that, but he did, so it is what it is. Let's go to the overview. So if our playoffs were to start today, we would have Peterson versus Race Finkles, Clug the Plug versus Suck My Ditka in the quarterfinal, 4-0 versus the Wendell Beckhams, which should be a dandy, and our other quarterfinal would be Vic This versus Rosterbation. Some pretty important games this week. We are looking at Iggy playing Suck My Ditka this week. He needs the win to have any hope at the 8 seed. So him and Race Finkles battling it out for that final playoff spot. And that is pretty much the only position up for grabs. Rosterbation, Wendell Beckhams. That could also have playoff implications on it as well. So one last interesting week. Joe Buck yourself will try and play spoiler, and we will see what happens. So that is pretty much it for now. Heading into our final week of the season, and then into playoff mode. So I will try to be a little more regular on the Commish report, and as the playoffs start here, should be exciting. So all in all, keep playing that wire. All hail the Commish.